Hi guys, so since we have the code pretty much done, I thought it would be best to make a video on what my code actually looks like, because I know that the blog might be a bit confusing for some people as to where you put what. So I thought maybe this video would help you a little bit. The only piece of code I don't have in it is all the music bits, but I'll just add in screenshots at the bottom of this blog and talk through how you put all that into it. So you can see at the top here, I have all my import libraries, and then I have all my variables. You can have the colors, it doesn't really matter what position you put these in, but I have the colors, the movement variables, and then the speeds. And then below that is where I've put all my functions. So I've got my terminate function to exit the game, wait for a player to press key to start the game or to end the window, and the draw text function to write the words onto the screen. Below that is where I've set up the game, and I've set up the font and the start screen, and this is where I've pretty much put all my setting up pieces. So then below that is the block and the paddle, and I've initialized score to 0. Below that, everything else is in the while loop, so it should all be indented 1, and then anything inside that has to be indented again. So I've got my for loop at the start, so that if the X is pressed, that the game quits. And then I've got all my keyboard variables for my paddle for it to be set either true or false when the player presses either the left or right arrows. And then if they do press the left or right arrows, that's where I've set the player.left and the player.right to the move speed so that it moves over. Below that is all the move down, move left, move up, move right for the block so that it bounces about randomly by itself, and they're all just set to true or false and plus or minus the move speed. And then that's just the window surface.fill white to color in the background white. And then I've got the collision detection here for when the player collides with the block. So if it does collide, then it moves the block back up at the top to the top of the window. Then I've got to draw the score onto the screen, so it's placed in the top left hand side of the window. And below that is how to terminate the game when the score is 10 or the block passes the paddle. And it draws the text to send game over. To press any key to end, it updates the screen, and then it waits for the player to press the key and terminates the game. Below that is where we redrew our block and our paddle back onto the screen once the player moves it. So that's pretty much all the code that I have so far. I have added in comments everywhere so that you know what each code is for. So I'm just going to run the game now to show you what it looks like in case you're reading this blog and then making the code afterwards. So we're just going to wait for it to run. You can see it says welcome and press any key to start. Okay, so we'll just press any key and then we can see that the block is moving about, and I'm actually moving the paddle myself, and you can see that the score goes up once the block touches the paddle. We're just going to let it go past the paddle now so the game is over. You can see that my score is 2 and the game over, and press any key to end and it closes down the window. Pretty much the whole game. You can make it more advanced, which is when the score reaches a certain amount, to add another block in or to make it go faster, but I didn't do any of that. I thought it would be best to keep it simple so that I could show you how it's mostly done. But if you have made more advancements, please let me know and I can update my code and maybe add another blog entry onto this blog. Thank you.